Welcome to another missional moment. I'm Bob Butler, and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. I was asked a question recently: what does it take to form a team, to plant a church, or start a new missional expression? The person who asked it knew that I'd started different businesses and now have planted twice, and was asking, how it all came about, and how do you find the people? And obviously, it always starts with prayer. You've got to have a vision and a mission, and then you have to have prayer. You have to ask God to bring people into your life that are willing to go on mission with you, who are really willing to give their all. They're fully committed. Now, I can tell you, I've made a lot of mistakes in this area. I've chosen people because I thought they were absolutely stellar human beings, and then found out they weren't really all in. I've found folks who told me they were part of the Christian tribe, and I would find out later they were only actors. So I'm sharing with you now just the qualities that today I would look for if I were planting a new church or a missional expression. And for me, it really comes down to the basics because I can tell people what it takes, and everybody nods their head and says, "Oh, yeah, I'm fully in," when in reality, they don't have a clue, especially if they've never planted before. Because when you go to plant missionally, you're talking to people who you're saying, "This is my lifestyle. This is who I am. This is all that I am." And so I'm inviting you into my world and to be a part of something so deep and so amazing that I want to know that you're going to be hooked arm in arm with me when the evil one comes against us, when the world comes against us. I want you to be the person who I can rely on when we're in that foxhole and they're shooting over our heads, to use a war analogy. So, what does it take? Well, uh, I would narrow it down to five specific ideas when I'm looking for someone to walk beside me. Now, I'm a big believer in APAST. It comes out of Ephesians 4, the apostolic, the prophetic, the evangelist, the shepherd, and the teacher. For me, I have to have all five or the team doesn't get moving. I started with people who were, I would say, willing to be that characteristic for a while for the leadership team, and I found that sometimes that doesn't work so well. So look for five people who have these characteristics and maybe the gifting for either apostolic, prophetic, evangelist, shepherd, or teacher, and bring them together. So the first one is character, this larger idea of character. Are they people of character? Are they faith filled? A lot of people will look faith filled, but the way you'll know it is if they're servants of the Most High. Do they serve others regularly? Are they already involved in helping others come to know Christ and to act in His steed in the world in which we live? Are they peacemakers? Right? Are they the people who, when the rest of the world is falling apart, are not there going, "Oh, the world should be different"? No, they're the ones in the middle, ensuring that justice happens. Are they humble? There's a lot of people in the world who can get the job done, but humble people, people who know their place and where God is, are probably the best for planting a church. Humble people are the ones that I lean towards, look to most often. Are they generous people? Are they giving people? Or are they immediately asking, "What's my role? And how much will I get paid?" If they ask either of those questions, you might want to move away, right? It's okay if you're starting a business for people to ask those questions, but when you're talking about a missional movement, if you're talking about starting a missional expression, it's not about paychecks, it's not about titles, it's about the movement of the kingdom of God. And so, are they grateful folks? Are they devout? Are they patient? All of these things are very important. And so, character counts, right? To use that phrase. Character counts when choosing missional partners to plant and move forward with as it relates to a new expression for Christ. The second thing, so we got character first. The second thing we talk about then is compatibility. I've found that I have a real extrovert personality, and so there are people who come beside me, and I absolutely enjoy their presence. And I used to think, oh, they're here because we're compatible, that we can go on mission together. And not so much. You really got to find that person who you're compatible with 24/7. If they could live with you and be with you, you'd love them every day of the week. And it doesn't mean that sometimes their annoying habits don't get in the way, but there is a reality that you know that the two of you are really linked, or the five of you have really got each other. I hate the phrase "I've got your back" because then I'm always worried about the knife coming out and stabbing me. But they are the people who are, as a good friend of mine says, who's part of the services, they're my battle buddies, right? We're that compatible. We are together and we are a team, and we're compatible in every way to go out into the world to demonstrate what it means to be a Christ follower. So, character, compatibility, competency. Now, when I owned a business, or even when I started a business, I looked for people who were better than me. It's so easy to be great if you just hire people who are better than you and then get out of their way. Tell them what you want them to do, pay them a good salary, and get out of their way, and they will accomplish more than you could ever accomplish on your own. That's incredible when you can do that in the entrepreneurial world. The problem is, in the ministry world, we don't necessarily go that way because money is not the object, as I said before. Competency is this idea, where are they coming to be a part of your new missional expression? Are they going to be the apostolic who goes out and creates ideas and gets the things moving forward? Are they evangelists to get people on board? Are they prophetic who can see around corners and help you see the gap between what is and what could be, and then be able to put things in place? Are they the shepherd to take care of people? Are they the teacher? Are they competent in those areas that you're bringing them on to be a part of your team? If they're not competent, or they have to learn to be competent, you're not Jesus. So bringing folks on who don't have the giftings, and you think you can teach them the giftings, and you're going to bring them on as part of your core, is not a wise decision. You'll be hampered. So realize, are they competent in the role that you're bringing them on to fulfill? The fourth thing that you want to talk about with folks, so we've got character first, right? We've got compatibility, competence, and now capacity. I'm an A personality by nature. I look for A personalities. I get along with A personalities. We can conquer the world together. But if they don't have the capacity, or as a good friend used to say, the margin, to really focus and be a part of the team, what's going to happen is you're going to bring somebody into your team, and they're going to be a part of your team for a little while, and then they're going to leave. Now, there's nothing wrong with people leaving and moving on to better ministries, but what does happen is if they come in too quickly, they leave too quickly, and you are left with a hole. And in the core team, you cannot have people leaving, not within the first year or two. They've got to be with you. They've got to be committed to the larger idea. The final idea here is character, compatibility, competence, capacity, and now confidence. Are they people who know how to get the job done? Do they believe in what we're talking about? Do they believe that God can move the kingdom forward through this group that you're forming? And as a part of that, if they do, then they're someone who you want to put on your team. I hope that's helpful. The 5 qualities that you're looking for a group of people to plant either a church or a missional expression need to be present before you move out into the world. And you need to be praying together and talking about it. This is the core identity of a great team.